Hey, Roger Martin here with Billings Montana. Good day. It's been a busy day. I just thought that this video here was well worth watching and making some comment on. This is Jeff Lerner, the CEO of this company, Institute. Entree Institute. Listen to what Jeff talks about in getting past no's and getting things done and doing things bigger. Then watch what happens when another really powerful gal joins it.
A month ago, and I said, okay, that's cool. Anyway, though, who do I talk to? And they
So they said no, you didn't get in the application, you can't get in, you didn't do that soon enough. And so he says, okay, who do I have to talk to? He persists. He doesn't take no for an answer.
said, well, you can go in there, and it was actually that window right there where they were doing the registration for people who were actually getting those awards. So I go to that window and I said, look, I'm not getting an award, or I'm not registered for an award yet, but I want to talk to someone because I'm pretty sure I qualify. And they said, well, yeah, you had to submit your application like a month ago. And I said, okay, that's cool, interesting, thank you. But really, who do I talk to? Hey, whoever just smashed that heart button, I sure appreciate it.
So notice again, he got another no when he went to that window. He said, okay, who do I have to talk to? Persistence, not taking no. He knows he's qualified. He just didn't get it done in time. And so he's trying to get this done before the presentations are getting out in 4 days.
I said, okay, but seriously though, who do I talk to? And they said, well, that guy, that guy runs it, but he's going to tell you the same thing. I literally had somebody say, he's going to tell you the same thing. And I said, okay, well, that's cool. He can say it to me. I don't need to take it your word. I mean, I didn't say that, but in my mind, I'm like, I'll let him say it to me. I'm not going to take your word about what he's going to say. So I go talk to the guy and I said, listen, man, marketer to marketer, I want these awards. You guys want people winning these awards because it makes your stuff look good, that other people are out there succeeding with it. So deadlines, applications aside, what do I got to do to show you that I qualify? And let's just expedite this whole thing, because I know that you haven't engraved all the awards ahead of time, because I've seen the pictures. People walk the stage and they hold these generic plaques, and then you send them the engraved ones later in the mail. I know people that have won these awards. So it's not like you can say, oh, well, they had to be engraved ahead of time. You have blank plaques that are for people that win the awards. You could literally call an audible 5 minutes before the awards and be like, yo, this guy, put him on stage. So I said, so what do I need to do to just make this happen? And he said,
So he knew what was going on. He showed this guy they knew what was going on. He told him that they need these winners and the people that are successful, and vice versa. They need him. So it's kind of a win-win deal.
okay, well, first of all, you're totally right. And secondly, send me a little recorded video that shows your funnels and illustrates kind of how they qualify and whatever. And so that night, I get back to the hotel room. I send the guy an email and illustrate, kind of how and why I qualify for the award. And he emails me back the next morning and says, yo, yeah, man, this is awesome. We can totally get you up there. And I said, okay, cool. Now, to be clear, I'm winning 2 of these, right? That means I want 2 plaques.
He's winning 2 and he wants 2 plaques. But what's the next obstacle?
Because I want the picture. I'm not here for my ego. I'm here for my business. And for my business, I want the picture holding the 2 plaques because I won the 2 awards. And I've seen people online win the 8-figure award before for a website, but I've never seen somebody online holding 2 plaques that they won 2 at the same time. And he says, well, he writes me back, what's up, Nancy? He writes me back, he says, well, we only have 1 plaque for pictures. And I said, okay. And in my mind, I'm like, yeah, but I've seen partners win this award where they each hold a plaque and it's for one business.
You see where his mindset is? He says he's seen partners do that, and once each individual holds a plaque and a shot, still the same thing, only there's 2 people.
I've just never seen one person holding 2 plaques. Like they have some businesses that they work as like a husband-wife or 2 business partners or whatever, and they'll let them each hold a plaque. So, hey, John, what's up, my man? Thank you. So I go up there and I say, so anyway, I just kind of play along, but in my mind, I'm like, once I get up there, I know I'm going to be able to spot a second plaque. So there's this little line leads up to the stage, so you kind of have time to scope out the scene, and I see that they've got like a couple plaques leaning against the back of the stage, just like I thought. So I get up there and I just tell the lady, I say, hey, I give her 2 cards, 2 awards, and I said they said to, you know, spot for 2 plaques. Because he didn't say if there are 2 plaques you can't hold them. He just said there won't be 2 plaques. And I said, so basically they said be on the lookout if there's 2 plaques. I'm supposed to hold 2 plaques. And she said, okay, hold on. She whispers something to some guy and he goes and gets a second plaque. So I get to walk the stage with 2 plaques. My point is, there were 4 different times in the...
So he got to walk the stage with 2 plaques. 4 times he was rejected, but he persisted and worked through and pushed through. You can't let no stop you.
last 3 days, when I was told that it wasn't possible, that it wasn't allowed, that it wasn't, you know, the norm or the standard, it's not what everyone else does. You know how much I care about what everyone else does? This much. I'm 40 years old, and it has taken me almost all of that 40 years to get to the point where there are legitimately no F's given about how anybody else does it and what anybody else thinks. And it's been hard to get there. You're talking about a guy that was bullied as a kid, that was like emotionally abused in previous effed up marriages, and like has been seriously beaten down and controlled by his fear of what other people in this world think. And to get to the place where I genuinely am not concerned, it is so liberating. It is so liberating. And I look at the world, and I see the world through this lens, and maybe you guys can relate to this, that like the number one thing that most people are wearing is their fear. I'm at an event with 4,500 internet marketers, 4,500 people who make their living by putting some sort of content out onto the internet. And what is the most powerful type of content that you can put out on the internet? It's personal, one-to-many engagement video.
One-to-many engagement videos, just like he's doing with his cell phone or some other camera device.
This, what I'm doing right now, is the single most powerful type of marketing that you can put on the internet. And I'm in an event full of 4,500 people who make their living putting content out on the internet. Right now, this lady right here, she's doing the same thing I'm doing. She's shooting a live. Yesterday, I spent the entire day out.
She's shooting a live.
Out here in the lobby. I went out on that patio there. I was out here in the lobby. I shot ad videos. I shot product review videos. I shot asset videos for my affiliates. I've lined up multiple interviews that I'm going to do today. Try to cram them in for my YouTube channel. The point is, I've been here creating video assets the whole time. Why isn't
creating video assets the whole time
everyone else? There are 4,500 people here. I've hardly seen anybody going around creating a ton of video content, even though everybody here knows that video content is the single best thing they can be creating for their business. Why aren't they?
Video content, the single most important stuff they could be creating for their business.
They doing it? Why aren't you doing it if you're a digital marketer? Fear. Most people at this event don't want to walk around at an event full of their peers doing their trade, creating their content in front of people that they think might have an opinion of them. It's the most pervasive, pernicious, tragic, soul-sucking human instinct, human reality, to just be afraid and concerned about.
So he's spun around here, I don't know, half a dozen times or more. Now what's going to happen here pretty soon?
About the judgment of others. It's tragic. Having been to these events many, many times, I can tell you, the video footage that you get from these events, whether it's producing ad videos, producing, sales videos, producing, live content videos like this, it's some of the most valuable footage. And the interaction, the networking, the relationships are some of the most valuable relationships. People go through these events like a... They do.
Miss out on the best part, don't they?
They do.
What are you telling people to do?
I'm telling people that we're in an event full of, first of all, thank you for coming. See, she's bold. This lady is bold.
Well,
she
actually,
came up.
This lady is Forbes Riley.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, and you are?
I'm Jeff Lerner.
Hello, Jeff Lerner. What a good name, because I can learn better from you.
I'd like to think so. So what I'm saying is that basically we're in an event, and I have a theory. Either events do you, or you do the event.
That's my theory on men, but it's a different concept. Sorry.
Touche. So, but seriously, you come to an event, and I host events, so I get it.
And I speak at events.
And you speak at, I actually know your name. I want to talk more.
No, I hope so. So here's what you're talking about. It's about being present, making connections, being bold, and most people don't do that.
And especially at a place like this where they feel like they're surrounded by their peers,
Right.
and the judgment's going to be ratcheted up.
Ooh, now what is, and you're gonna, this is your,
This
are you
is
live at the
this is
moment?
live on Facebook right now.
So
yeah.
everybody, you know what I love about him? What does your arm say, by the way?
That's 3 Bible verses and a cross.
Good, because you're a man of your word, and you're very powerful.
I try
and I
to
love
be.
that
Thank
you
you.
communicate with your audience, and you're
Thank you.
powerful.
Well, thank
Good. So
you.
what's the big takeaway from this event for you?
Honestly, relationships. I've made probably 5
Now notice he says, honestly, the big thing is relationships.
or 6 key relationships at this event, not in the room, but out here,
Right.
that are going to have massive implications probably for years moving
And
forward.
so actually, that's a little, can I give him a little tip?
Please, yeah,
So
thank
one
you.
of the tips-
I want your contribution
One
very
of the
much.
tips about being in this room is you had to pay extra to get it or be one of the multi-million-dollar winners.
Right,
correct?
right.
Well, that's why you sometimes fly first class in an airplane. It's not that you get there any faster, but you get to sit next to people who can make a difference in your life.
So true. Last flight I was on, I sat right in front of Charles Barkley.
Oh, dude.
Got
I
to
love
talk to him,
that.
which was, I got a picture with him.
Right. I mean, how cool is
How
that?
cool, so cool,
I changed
right?
my whole network marketing. I actually sat down next to one of the key guys, 6 hours. I would have never gotten his attention otherwise, and we became best friends.
That's so awesome.
So sometimes going first class, spending a little extra, and investing in yourself is where the gold lies.
I love it. So, because you've just given me a huge value and huge contribution, and because I want to get to know you further, share with my audience, if you would, how they can find you.
Hi, everybody. So my name is Forbes Riley. Forbes, like the magazine, Riley is in the good life. I've grossed a little over $2.5 billion in my career, and you've probably seen me late night in infomercials. Remember the Jack LaLanne Power Juicer?
Oh, yeah,
That
totally.
was me, standing next to Jack for all those years.
Wow.
I
And
spent, we grossed $1 billion.
so these are the kind of people that you just bump
Who
into
just walk up
when you
and
force
embrace
your way.
you, and I
when you-
don't know him, but now I do.
And I wasn't invited back here. I had to force my. What I was telling him was a story about when I got to this event.
Right.
So I won 2 8-figure awards yesterday.
Congratulations.
But I didn't register. I didn't apply. I didn't notify anyone. I showed up 2 days ago and said, "Yo, I think I qualify for some awards. Who do I need to talk to?" And they said,
Right.
"Oh, those applications were due a month ago."
Right.
And I said, "That's really cool. Who do I need to talk to?"
Because
And I shoved my way in
Okay,
because I
so-
belonged and I knew it.
All right, so Forbes Riley tip number 2, and by the way, this is what I do for a living, the word no. No, and I'm a little bit of an introvert, which is weird that I would be doing this, but I got out of my own way, kind of like Russell did. Mm-hmm. No, most people stop, right? But if you ask a woman to marry you and she says no, you find someone else. So maybe yes is the thing that should stop you. Think about
Yeah.
that for a second. Because no might mean never-ending opportunity. You asked the wrong person the wrong question. You got to know initially, but you had a very clear intention. Listen to those words. People will say no all the time out of fear,
You have a very clear intention. They say no all the time out of fear.
they don't understand. But you have to keep going until you get your yes. And be bold, because it doesn't much
You have to keep going until you get your yes. Be bold.
matter. I've gotten millions of no's in my life, and I'm going to tell you something. This is the coolest little fitness product, okay?
Okay.
Now, I'm changing lives, from veterans who have no arms who use this with their hooks to
Wow.
fitness competitors. I was told no thousands of times. I was told this was never work. I've sold 2 million of these so far, okay?
2 million.
In one day on HSN, my best day ever, I sold 61,000 in 24 hours. It's a $1.2 million day. I was told on a TV series, Discovery, in public, that this would never work. I was embarrassed in front of the entire country. Google Forbes Riley or go to YouTube and you'll see. I probably should have folded up and gone home, but I didn't. And that's been the biggest legacy of my life, is how I said, you know what? I believe so much in this, and I believe I can make so much of a difference that I'm going to keep going. And I've been laughed at and ridiculed, and guess what? I'm in the 2 Comma Club room, and they're not.
Truth, folks. I don't know that I have much to add to that. I mean, my audience knows
All right, that's pretty powerful. She's a powerful gal. $1 billion worth of products get sold. Pretty powerful.
my story, and what I love is that there's a consistent thread in what you just said and what I say and what probably everyone in this room would say about what it took to get here, is that, like you said, no, I mean, to me, I think no is just short for not yet.
Okay, that works as
You
well.
know, it's,
Yep.
you decide. It's not up to anyone else. If they
just
judge
need
you,
you just need longer arms, though.
I do, yes. if they say if they judge you, it's about them. It's not about you. If they cheer you, it's about them. It's not about
There
you.
is a consistent theme against winners versus losers. Here's one of the things I like to do. You know, in the Olympics, right before the race, the track race, they have all the competitors lined up, right? And they'll
Right.
pan all their faces. I like to see if I can predict who's going to win based on their face, because in their mind, they've already won.
So
and the
true.
difference between winners and losers is only this.
They've already won. In their mind, they've already won. But they put a lot of hours into being the best of what they are. But make no mistake of it, that didn't come by overnight success.
It's what's between your brain, and we all have the same amount of this. We have an attitude of gratitude, and we get to win. I just ran into one of my girls who also just became one of the eight-figure,
Right.
2 Comma Club winners. This girl was homeless, was physically abused, was a foster kid, and she is here. So please don't let what's in your head or people around you tell that you can't. If you need to, tune into him, listen to him. This is a winner. Not everybody gets to get 8 figures ever in their life. Why aren't you doing it? Why aren't you here, by the way? How small are you playing right now? What
Truth.
an interesting concept.
What an interesting
How did
concept.
I end up right here? You know what? I stopped playing small.
It's all just luck, though, right? We have nothing to do with it.
Oh, absolutely. You know what? It's just that the heavens rain down on you.
That-
Baloney. I got.
That's my wife giving us
Oh.
hearts right now. By the way, you talk about not taking no for an answer. I love you, honey. Thank you for not meaning no when you said it.
Oh, did she say no to you when you asked her to marry
She said,
you?
well, she actually said no, don't move here. I was living in New York, she was living in Utah, and I said, I want to make, I'll get emotional if I talk about it.
You are emotional. I love it.
I said, no, I said, I want to make a life with you. I've got a U-Haul packed up, and I'm driving across the country, and she said, no, don't come here, I'm not ready. And I said, okay, I'll stay in a motel, whatever.
Okay, did you hear how emotional he just got? This is about following your dream. I don't even know you, but this is a crazy thing about the universe, called the universe God.
She said,
or
I said,
whatever.
don't move here yet. She said not, she did say not yet, to her credit. She said not yet.
The man who loves me actually got on a motorcycle, rode from Las Vegas to California, got down on one knee after I really basically met him and said, look, I'm not very religious, but something told me you need me. 3 years later, that man is the absolute love of my life, and he was so right and so precious to say that and change my world. And I will tell you the thing that I've discovered, I have 2 beautiful children and a great life, but love actually makes all the difference. When one person on this planet thinks the world begins and ends with you, I would find that person. And you know what? I didn't find him on Tinder. I didn't find him in a bar. I found him because of this. I was actually spin gymming in my room doing a video. My videographer says, hey, do you want to see a 2-time Mr. Arnold? Come over. I'm like, I'm in Vegas in my hotel room at 5 o'clock at night. Knock, knock, knock. If you keep your dream, if you visualize your dream, if you tell people that dream it, believe it, and achieve it philosophy, look at his
Dream is believe it and achieve it philosophy. Dream is believe it and achieve it a philosophy.
face, look at his beautiful wife, his whole world, mine, it works. Stop playing small. I should let you go. We got to go watch Tony Robbins.
Yeah, we're gonna go watch Tony Robbins. Hear it from
we
the
have to get some
the
motivation.
6'7" luminary icon himself.
There you go.
I'll catch you later, world. Thank you for your time, and thank you, Forbes.
You're awesome.
To get my
There you are. So quit playing small. Quit accepting no's. Get off your dreams. You've got stuff that you're meant to do here. Do it. It's Roger Martin from Billings, Montana. Join me and others. Let's do it. Good day.